live.
Live.
How's it going, everyone in the chat? We got, hold on a second, let me give a roll call here. We got Fozzie Bear, we got David the Seggy, the Eggy, Mr. Jackboss, Karen, but please ignore Karen's remarks or whatever she's saying. She's drunk again. We got Snooze. We got Snooze 404. We've got minus PSVR. We've got Geisen. We got Donnie. We got Sean Simmons. We got Cousin Justin with the bluest of wrenches. And lads, let me ask you, how does Dicepticon sound? Decepticon?
How is that? Check.
He never sounds great, but is he particularly awful right now?
We know it sounds disgusting because it's an internal laptop microphone, but I mean, noise quality, sound quality.
Can you understand
levels.
Decepticon? Basically?
Can you understand me?
Is it passable?
It sounds sexy.
Mr. Jackpot says it sounds sexy. Sounds fine to me.
Sounds fine.
All right, that's good.
Show us the cat.
It's always like, why do you even bother to get on the microphone?
That's the end of the show. That's for the end of the show. The pets are for the end of the show.
Boy, he's scared. That's what.
That's the
Hockey fan says it sounds good. How's it going, Hockey fan? It's not horrible, says Sean Simmons. That's good. All right. Like always equals blah blah blah. Says Donnie. There we go. All right. So welcome to episode number 2 of Touchin' Tips. This is a PSVR podcast hosted by yours truly and the man from New Jersey, the Jersey Devil himself, Decepticon. Some say he has the legs of a goat and that he takes children.
Yeah, you're just going to have to wonder if I do or not.
I saw him.
Not wearing pants.
He went to turn on his wizard ball in the background and I saw he's wearing shorts and I saw his legs were bent backwards like a goat. And I was like, damn, it's really him. And, you know, his wings, he got wings at the back. He had blood all over the floor from killing children or whatever the Jersey Devil does. What does
the live light is on? I don't know what he does. He just eats. He doesn't do anything. He like flies off of people's roofs. That's it.
All right.
That's what he does.
Sounds like butter, says Geisen. That's
butter.
It does not sound like butter to me, so that I suspect that's false, Geisen. Anyway, Decepticon, before we start, get into this episode. You know, how you been since episode number 1? Any news? Anything crazy going on in your life, Decepticon? You know? How about that hair reveal?
Nope.
No? Can we get some hair reveals, please?
There may be one day.
One day. All right. How many subs do you need?
How many subs?
How many subscribers do we have to hit before you show
thousands?
The hair?
Thousands.
Like, give a number.
Thousands upon thousands.
Because we've already got thousands.
I don't. Thousands. I don't.
Oh, your channel. Okay. Okay. Give Decepticon 2,000 subscribers.
There we go.
Everyone subscribe to me. Subscribe to Decepticon. I think I've got his links and stuff in the description. So if you do want to check out Decepticon, feel free. If you like this guy, you know, different strokes for different folks. I can't imagine why you'd go to his channel or consume his content. But
he went there. He goes there every day. I see.
He got nothing.
He's visiting there every day.
There.
He's like, what's Decepticon doing again? What's he doing now?
I watched that Rocket League remix over and over again.
What's he doing now?
Cousin Justin says I will not. And fair enough, Cousin Justin. All right, so we're ready to start.
Cousin Justin, you will. You will do it. You will do it, Cousin Justin.
Oh shit, Cousin Justin. That's his angry face. Speaking of angry, you know, the last time we were speaking to Decepticon was when he flipped his shit during No Man's Sky.
Yeah, we talked about that. All right,
but I feel like we should talk about it again. Okay, once we get to No Man's Sky, we'll talk about that.
When we get to the No Man's Sky updates.
David Segerson says you haven't uploaded anything in 9 months. What do you have to say about that? What do you have to say about that? Where's your Dragon Ball Z videos?
I don't put love to my YouTube channel. There's no love. It's a dusty, forgotten desert land.
Griefer wants to know if you've been to Hoosiers. And you know what? I'm curious about that myself.
Ago.
Yeah, what's that like?
Ages ago.
Is it good? How's the food?
Hooters, I remember it being like bad, like not good.
All right, but you weren't there for the food. You weren't there for the
best
food.
Service either. Of course not.
No.
This is ages ago. There's one in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Well, there used to be. I don't know if there still is.
Okay. All right. Griefer was there today. That's cool. I've been playing No Man's Sky non-stop. Just got a Fraser for free, says David Segerson. Well, we'll talk about No Man's Sky briefly, but first, what I want to talk about, Decepticon, is Espire 1. Do you remember we were talking about Espire 1 last week's episode? The very first episode. And we were talking about, hey, it's coming out this month. Not a single shred of information about a release date.
And you were right.
Is it delayed?
Somehow,
Is
your
it
little
delayed?
hamster brain was right. I don't know how.
Somehow, it's called intuition.
Because I figured it was only going to be like a week
I
delay or
was
something.
reading the tea leaves. You know, the signs were there for all to see. And we have confirmation that Espire 1 has been delayed. Now, this comes from David Jagneau over on uploadvr.com, where he says that the game has been delayed until a little later this year, whatever that means. So, sometime in the next 4 months. 4 months? It's
And then another delay?
December 31st. But yeah, that game looking real good. Very disappointed that one. Uh-oh. What have you done?
Whoa, we had a
What?
glitch there. I don't
What
know
have
what
you
happened
done?
there.
I've lost your
I didn't
feed.
touch nothing.
I've lost your
I
feed
didn't touch
completely.
nothing.
Oh my god. He's blown.
Have you?
Yeah, it's just like a big Skype symbol over there now. And I've lost your
Weird.
actual camera feed. Have you turned off your camera by accident?
Nope.
Oh, wait,
Nope,
is it back?
nothing.
It's back. It's back.
It's back?
It's back.
How bizarre.
And he said the sound.
The
oh, wait.
sound. Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
Christopher
Interesting.
Hart is here. How's it going, Christopher Hart? He says the sound
Hiccup.
mutated.
We had a hiccup.
Mutated.
What? It's
What does
muted?
that mean? No. Mutated.
Mutated.
Like
No,
a
alright,
mutant.
yeah.
You sound
Yeah, I
like a
read
mutant.
that.
That is what he's
I read
saying.
that the first.
He's always sounded like a mutant.
I always that's no different.
Yeah,
Ain't no different.
Maybe it's an improvement. Maybe it'll be an
Ain't
improvement.
no different.
You know? I don't know. So yeah, Espire 1. Delayed. Disappointed. Decepticon.
This
Why?
was also disappointed.
Why?
I was looking forward to that one. That one actually looks fun.
Why do they leave it so late? That's what I want.
It's always the good ones too. Why is it
Surely-
always the good ones?
Surely they could like let people know a bit sooner. Like they must know. Okay, it's not coming out this month. Especially if they have to say something like later this year. They don't even have a concrete replacement release days. So they must have known, even in July or something like that. What'd you say?
Creeps is loving that Hooters.
Yeah.
Still talking about Hooters.
Miguel Espinosa in the chat. How's it going, Miguel?
Them wings.
Chat.
Them wings.
Why do they do these things? You know? They must have known in July. They're like, okay, this game's due out next month. We've got like 4 months worth of work to get done. So how are we going to get it done in a month? It's not going to happen. So let's just string them along. And if it wasn't for the fact that they were at fucking Gamescom, and that's where they had to their hand was forced when they were asked, you know, what's the release days? And they had to come clean, you know? Apparently they're not the good ones, says Donnie. I don't know. I don't understand really what Donnie's saying, if I'm being honest. Shall we move on? Decepticon.
Apparently they're not the good ones.
Or do you want to say anything about Espire?
Next
No,
topic.
you're done? You're done with Espire?
Done.
All right.
Looks good.
I'm going to
Looks like my kind of game.
take the
I'm
wheel
disappointed.
on this next one, Decepticon, right?
What is it?
We've got
What is it?
release dates for 2 new games. Well, not 2 new games, but,
is
you know, Battle Wake and Groundhog Day.
What is it? I gotta bring up my.
Are the release dates? Are you telling me you
Bring
don't
up
have them
my
in front of
little
you?
notepad
You
here.
don't have them in front of you?
What do
Have
we
you
got?
have you got a First Contact Entertainment
We got-
notepad? Like I do?
Bam.
Have you got that First
Of course.
Contact? No,
Look
you
at that.
don't.
Of course. It's
You
on my
don't.
desktop. What are you talking about? It's on my desktop.
It's like
Are
a
you kidding
picture.
me?
You just took a picture, a screenshot of my one. Is that what it did? All right. Okay.
Alright. Battle Wake is out September 10th.
You know what? Let me put up a.
Are you looking forward to that game?
Let me put up a video about.
I don't know what to
Battle
think
Wake,
about that game.
I think it looks.
You don't have any trailers playing? What's going on
Yeah,
here?
no. I'm really.
What are you doing?
I'm asleep.
What did you do?
Sleep. Browser source. Oh my god.
Out the 10th. And that one doesn't look bad. Looks fun. And Servios.
That's the wrong
Servios
thing.
has been known for making them good games. So, it'll probably be fun.
Remove. Hold on a sec. So let me search for Battle Wake on the old YouTube.
Oh boy. Your camera's gone.
What?
Your camera's gone on the stream. It's just a big block.
Hold on a sec. Is that because I put up that thing? It should come back in a sec, I think.
There we go. Yep. Yep. You're good.
Battle Wake viewer trailer. Let me mute it because it might be very loud. And then I just need to put in. Man, how do you do this quickly? How do people do this real quick?
You gotta have it queued up.
Window capture, that's what I want. But yeah, just like entering in different shits. Anyway, we go to Windows, full screen that shit, and play. But how do I get out of it then? So yeah, this is Battle Wake, and for some reason it won't go full screen for me. This is a disaster. Once again, Decepticon. Once again, incompetence. Why do I got two Chromes? I got two Chrome feeds here.
Oh no!
Get rid of
What
that.
is wrong with you? You need to get it together.
Give me that. I was like, go full screen, you. But don't take away my taskbar, else I can't get back. It's just freezing. It's just freezing my laptop. Here we go. Streamlabs OBS. There we go. That's the stuff. And let me put the chat box over. There we go.
Am I supposed to mute myself here?
Now we're cooking. No. You're good. I'm not playing audio. I'm not playing audio. It shouldn't be.
Alright, just making sure. How's the feed looking? It looks a little skippy.
Oh shit! Is it actually you're skipping? You're skipping for me right now.
It's good now.
Okay, so this is what I'm afraid of because I'm on the.
It might be too
Wi-Fi.
much.
Is it too much? Is this too much?
It might be too much for you.
Okay, you know what? Let me cancel it then. Let's cancel that.
No videos.
No videos. Use your imagination. All right, use that imagination.
Draw it out.
There you go. It's gone. Decepticon, draw pictures on a paper there of pirate ships fighting each other. All right, that's what I need.
Let's get Vandal.
Opened in ports, says Mr. 777. Hoosers wouldn't let me order a pitcher of Guinness for myself, says Dyson. Why? Why are we talking about Hoosers? Now, this Gyson's in on the Hoosers talk now. You know? It's getting out of control. Will we just talk about Hoosers for the rest of the stream?
Hooters.
It's like Sea of Thieves. Yeah, so Battle Wake is like Sea of Thieves, except in virtual reality. Now that
no getting off the. I think you're stuck on your boat too. Like
okay,
you're 1-1 with your boat.
It's exclusively combat. Like there's no like exploration and stuff like that.
Boats battling boats.
But like how many people?
I don't know.
It's like a co-op type thing, isn't it? Like 2 teams
maybe
on a boat, or like 2 on each boat, or how do you mean?
Separate boats.
Okay, I see.
Everybody gets their own boat.
So it's not like there's not like multiple people on one boat like doing different functions. Cool. Like, you know, someone's raising the mast and shit like that, no?
Yeah. But we need a game like that. Like a Sea of Thieves like game would be phenomenal.
That would be cool. It would be cool. In virtual reality, big asterisk there. In VR. Outside of VR, no. No, thank you. Vandal, how's it going? Christopher Hart says Lamal. What are the games coming out for VR? Says Grifa. Grifa, just like all the games, you know?
Everyone.
I can't list out every single game.
Jurassic Park, the game.
Jurassic Park,
VR.
the game. You heard it here first.
RoboCop, VR, the game. We got, what else said that I heard that was coming out? Terminator, VR, the game.
Thank you, Donnie. You slipping, Hart, says Donnie. Anyway, so yeah, that's about Battle Wake. I don't think there's Did you say the dates? What was the date?
Thomas DeCoris.
Oh, Decepticon is wise. No. He's not. He's got like that Michael Jackson skin condition, Thomas. He's not really white.
Thomas DeCoris. You know, upset.
The Walking Dead. Oh,
what
yeah,
an upset.
The Walking Dead.
You're not the only one, Thomas.
We're all disappointed.
Suki also thought.
We're all disappointed.
Suki was also in disappointment.
Did he think you were black?
He did.
Wow. Suki, what's wrong with you? You know? Anyway, did you ever get the date? Because I missed it. I was busy pulling up the video. For Battle Week. What date is that coming out?
September 10th.
So that's not far away.
I remember that from memory.
That's not well done. You remember that from 3 minutes ago when you said it. All right, impressive stuff. So yeah, Groundhog Day.
What's that movie? He was born a poor black child. What's that from?
What?
That's a quote from a movie.
He was born a poor black child.
What movie?
Is that about the life of Michael Jackson or something?
No, I can't think of what's the movie from. Old movie.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Decepticon.
I'm trying to think of the movie. That's why it stumped me.
Maybe Fozzie will tell us.
The Jerk. That's it. The Jerk. Oh, never heard of that. James with the answer.
Jimbo. You know Jimbo?
497.
This your boy?
I
this
know
your
him
homie.
IRL.
Oh shit.
I know him in IRL.
This is embarrassing. So you probably told him.
VR.
You probably told him. You're like, oh hey Jimbo. What up, Jimbo? Did I ever tell you I'm a host on a podcast? And then he's like, whoa, that's impressive, Decepticon. I'm going to check out your podcast now. And then he comes to this, and he's like, oh. He's like, oh, they can't even play a video. They can't even play a video of Battle Wake in the background. You know?
He's the guy I borrow everything from.
This Jimbo, this guy's stealing all your games. Fucking hell. You gotta put a leash in this guy, Jimbo. You know? This guy needs to start supporting the industry.
You gotta keep getting them.
He's
I gotta
leech.
keep borrowing them, you know?
He's a parasite, Jimbo. You gotta burn him off. You know? He's sucking you dry. Not in the... Well, I won't say the rest. You know? Anyway, Decepticon, what can you tell Jimbo? Jimbo wants to know about Groundhog Day.
Jimbo wants to know about Groundhog Day.
Tell him about Groundhog Day, the release date for
I gotta bring my
Groundhog Day.
thing back up.
Where's this note? Why just keep the notepad open? You know,
it's open. I gotta pop it back up.
You gotta pop it.
Groundhog Day, September 17th.
September. So they're within a week of each other. Battle Wake and Groundhog Day. The Groundhog Day is like interesting because it's a sequel to the movies where it's like stars his son.
Is it a follow up? Is it a follow up?
It's like it stars his son, Bill Murray's son.
Game cats. Is Thomas DeCourse a game cat? He's asking.
What? Are we game cats? What's that?
I don't know about
you're
that.
Pumpkin Patch Kids. Pumpkin Patch Kids.
That's copyright.
That is copyright. We're going to get demonetized because you said that. Is No Man's Sky still crap? Asked Jimbo.
Ooh.
You know, that's a good segue because No Man's Sky is up next.
Yeah, you might
what's
let's
next.
do that. Let's talk about
Let's
that.
talk about No Man's Sky, Jimbo. It's like he's in on the act.
Hold on, before we skip, did you see Groundhog Day, the movie? Did you ever see that movie?
Yes, I did. It's a
Did
classic.
you like it?
Yeah, it's a classic.
All right, stop yelling.
Well, look, you're gonna come at me accusing me of not watching Groundhog Day. I'm gonna get defensive. I'm gonna get defensive. It's natural.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
Tommy Chikori in the Onion Mines. Pumpkin Patch Players. I don't appreciate Z's being used in
Getting them
places like
emeralds.
S. You know, emerald. Don't talk about the emeralds. All right. What I want you to talk about is No Man's Sky, because Jimbo's asking, is it still crap? And we want to talk about the updates to No Man's Sky.
All right.
Let's hear us. Let's hear us.
So, it put me into a rage the other night.
It did.
But apparently all those things that put me into a rage are now fixed.
You know what? I should have had footage prepared of Decepticon being enraged.
Freaking out.
He dropped an F-bomb, and I don't think I've heard him say the F word before. Not like that. Have I? Have I heard you? You're not a man who swears. Do you swear?
I'm sure. Of course I do.
Like just in day-to-day conversation, like.
From New Jersey.
All right. Maybe it's because it was done in anger that it sounded different. You know, it's like.
It's to watch what we're saying.
You know.
Oh, I forgot to ask that.
What?
How many are you getting? More and more videos demonetized or anything like that, flagged or anything?
Only when I put something stupid in the title. Well, not even stupid. Something in the title. So like,
interesting.
What was it? Oh, you know I did a firewall stream where I was talking about hack keys, and because hack keys were in the title, it was like demonetized because I thought I was promoting hacking or some shit like that. So yeah, that was demonetized. And what else? I was playing Werewolves Within, and I was like, "Let Me Sniff You" was the title. And that was demonetized for that reason. So yeah, as long as your titles are clean, your thumbnails are clean, and the first 30 seconds are clean, I think you're good. I think when it comes to live streams.
So none of like the other videos where we're just cursing, yelling, talking about.
That's fine because it's not excessive, and it's not within the first 30 seconds of the stream. You know.
Interesting. Right.
Because like some of them streams are hours long, so whoever's like. Whatever algorithm is running this shit is like not gonna be wasting its time looking through hours and hours of content. It doesn't have to. Anyway, Christopher Hart says there was several updates every single day. That's a good point, Christopher Hart. There was several updates.
Yeah, they keep updating it too, and that's the other thing. Like, there is a ton of updates.
What have they fixed?
Everything.
What's the big ones for you? The hands?
Hands.
But there was a self-fix. There was
opening
a
that
self-fix
box next to the car that wouldn't open. Fixed. They fixed that.
Did you say next to the car?
Next to the space plane.
The space plane. There we go. Spaceship is what he's trying to say. Because Decepticon was having some kind of glitch where he couldn't do the very first mission. Also, we were having a glitch or a bug where we were all supposed to be on the same planet.
I was on a different game. Yeah,
you're like in a different instance or whatever, so...
There was another one, too, where a player couldn't see the other players. That was also fixed.
But is it fixed? Because we're reading that it's fixed, but we haven't actually tested it out yet.
Right, we haven't tested any of this yet.
So possibly fixed is what we should be saying, maybe. Hopefully fixed. Can your ship still get packed? Says Fuzzy Bear. Now, what's he mean by get packed?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That kind of raises the question. Like every time someone talks about No Man's Sky VR, and it's particularly the PlayStation version, are we getting a pro patch? Are we getting a pro patch?
You'd like that. You'd like that.
Yeah, it would be of no benefit to you, of course.
Don't care.
But do you think it will happen?
I'm sure it will.
You're sure?
Did Skyrim get one? Did Skyrim get one?
All right. Against France, Mercenaries. How's it going? What have you got against France?
Did Skyrim get one?
Skyrim did get one, but it was like months later.
Right. I think the same thing will happen. Probably the same thing.
All right.
Yep.
Allegedly fixed.
Well,
Tommy.
The way the updates are coming out, though, who knows?
Maybe,
he's got that crack. He's cracking that whip on them people.
I think Sean Murray made a remark where it's like the Beyond update was like 2.0, but then he says that the VR aspect is still 1.0, as if to imply like they're just beginning with VR in that game.
Interesting.
You know, I'm not sure what else they could do.
That'd be cool.
Sounds good.
Just keep going.
It's good business talk. It gets me excited.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm going to let you take the next topic as well because I don't know much about it because I'm not from North America. Decepticon.
Giant North America sale.
Hit me up.
And
do you have a list?
Thing I picked up, no, the list is huge. The first thing I picked up, the first thing I picked up was that season pass for, well, not pass, but add-on for the pinball game.
God, here we go. The fucking pinball.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about pinball. I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry.
So
the viewers are dropping. Downvotes coming in fast. Decepticon. You gotta stop talking about pinball.
You put that Spotify on. You put that pinball on.
No. Anyway, is there like highlights? Is there highlights in this sale where you're like, ooh, this is good. Ooh, this is stuff.
Let's see here. Let me bring up something real quick.
Open up that notepad again.
Let's see.
You are from North America, Christopher Hart. There you go. You're a happy man.
The list goes on and on. I don't know if this will show up in the chat. It may. Let's see. Bang. But if you can go to that website, that's the place to go for all your discount needs.
I'll click on this and hopefully it doesn't ruin everything. Oh, God. Okay, I got a new tab. Trust and transparency is important to us. Okay. So everything on this page here is on sale?
There's probably a couple pages, but yeah.
But these aren't exclusive.
Those are all the ones that are on sale for North America. Yes, they're all PSVR exclusive. Like that.
Dirt Rally PS.
Only VR.
Oh, I was wondering why Tomb Raider was there. I forgot all about that game had a VR mode.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I've never
you walk around the mansion.
But I've never used this.
It's cool.
I should try it.
If you got it, it's worth doing.
There's nothing really jumping out to me as really good.
That pinball.
I'm disappointed Ace Combat 7 isn't on sale.
No.
Is it? Maybe it's on page 2 over here. Evasion
There's a demo of that up on the Japanese store.
Why did that never come west? That's crazy.
What?
Why did that demo never come this way?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's so stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I see Persistence there. Chris is asking what else is on sale. Red Matter.
That Persistence is a purchase. Evasion. That is a solid game.
Yeah, that is good. Guns and Stories. I actually reviewed that on the channel. It's not a bad game. It's pretty good for what it is, I suppose. But it's not. It's a gallery shooter, like a lot of these fucking games.
Bookmark that website. Anybody out there, bookmark that website. That gets updated. As soon as the store updates, that website pretty much gets updated.
I'll be honest, though, there's nothing here, like, particularly make. Oh, what about Salaryman? Is that good?
I haven't really heard much about that.
Well, then we assume it's not.
I heard the few that were talking about it didn't really click with it.
Geisen says Dirt Rally with VR is good. I agree. I never played it with the Pro. I haven't played it since I got my PS4 Pro. It was a big downloader, so I never bothered re-downloading it again. I should go, because apparently if you play that game with the Pro, you got weather effects that aren't available on the standard
Interesting.
PS4. But that's just, I don't think there's any online in that. Not in VR mode anyway. It's a difficult game. Maybe with a steering wheel it will be easier, but yeah. Tricky to get the hang of that game. So are we done talking about sales? Xavier D, what's up? Welcome, Xavier D. Next topic is Insomniac getting purchased by Sony. And now you might be thinking to yourself, I don't give a shit about that. Insomniac are making flat games. Why do I care? Well, that's where you're wrong, Decepticon. Because Insomniac are not just making flat games. They've teamed up with Oculus, I think it is. And they've been making Like I think they've had one out already, and they've got one coming out called Stormlands, which looks good. I'd like to pull up a video
for PSVR.
Stormlands, yeah. I'll see if
I haven't heard that. I haven't even heard that.
No, I'm not saying for PSVR.
Oh, all right.
It's for the Oculus. But now that Sony own them, there's a good possibility it could come.
They'll port them.
Stormland viewer. First 20-minute walkthrough. I don't know if I want that. Let's go for the announcement trailer. Let's go for that announcement trailer.
Oh, boy. Yeah, see, Mr. Flag, I need a GTA PSVR. Yeah.
Mr. Flag, how's it going, Mr. Flag?
Open world game with weapons and cars and buildings and stuff.
If you're talking about the fidelity of GTA 5, you're not going to get that until PS5.
But even a small map, I'll take a small map. Give me Vice City in VR.
Give him Vice City in VR, he says. One sec. Why isn't Chrome starting up?
No, you with the technical issues.
It's this thing, alright? This thing is like, sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it doesn't want to work. Skype. No, I don't want Skype.
Oh, it's black screen.
No, sometimes it just appears, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why that is. Alright, I'm just gonna close that.
Insomniac has made 3 Oculus exclusives,
exclusives. I know they made 2, but maybe they have made 3. I'm not gonna dispute that because I don't know enough about it. The Stormland game.
I believe it. Fine.
Let's believe him.
Fine.
You know, why not?
Fine. Fine.
The only thing that's making me like slightly think about this is because like maybe they've signed a deal with Oculus that they would remain exclusive, but I'm hoping that's not the case, and that the only reason they weren't coming to PSVR in the first place is because they're kind of more demanding, maybe.
They made 3, Dyson says.
Alright, 2 people saying this, I believe them. I believe them. What's the other one? Was it something about the limits or something like that? I don't know. Because when they're on PC, I like lose all interest. It's like, oh, whatever. It's on PC, I don't care.
Yeah, I can't get it, so.
Yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up. break my own heart.
Just make me be like, well, I gotta spend $1,000 more.
Yeah, but I did see that Stormland trailer, and that did look good. I think it was like you're a robot, and he picked up an arm and stuck it in himself, and he was like self-assembling himself, and it's like first-person shooting. Maybe that was a dream. You know, maybe that was my imagination. I don't know.
I think you had another stroke.
Maybe I did have a stroke. But yeah, Insomniac inquired by Sony, so maybe, like, if you look at the IPs that Insomniac have worked on, we're talking about Spyro the Dragon. We're talking. Well, Activision owns that now, so we don't have to worry about that. But
Insomniac, was that Tony Hawk at one time?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't associate Insomniac with Tony Hawk anyway.
All right.
But Neversoft, I think, were Tony Hawk.
Neversoft, that's it.
What was Ratchet and Clank? And Resistance. So I think Resistance could be a key one because you'd imagine 3 PS3 games on the Resistance. They could probably be ported to PSVR maybe as a collection, remake, remaster type thing. I don't think I've ever
played through those games.
I played the first one, and I loved it.
All right.
And for some reason, I never got 2 and 3. But apparently, nobody got 3.
When does Espire come out? Snooze says.
Snooze. Sometime later this year, Snooze. That's the word of the street. It was supposed to come out this month, got delayed. Fingers crossed, says Donnie. You fingers crossed for Resistance on PSVR kind of collection? I think that would be very cool. Resistance 3 was really good. I keep hearing that. And it has one of the best box arts I've ever seen for a game. I really like that box art, but I just never bothered picking it up. I regret that. Deb says Espire got delayed to October. I did not hear October before. All I've heard was later this year. Geisen said that. So if that's October's not bad. I can take October. Snooze says that's not an answer. You know what, Snooze? You know what? I don't have all the answers, Snooze. You know what? I'm just some fella.
That's where I go to answers. I'm like, yo, puppies, give me the answer.
Ireland,
quick.
You know,
give me an answer
this
quick.
Is the center of the gaming universe over
I need
here,
an answer. Now.
All right, Snooze.
You know them devs. Yeah. Give me an answer.
I do. I know them all.
You get them skins in them games.
And don't make me open up my contact book over here and dial some numbers.
Where's that FC contact book?
Where's Mr. Espire? I'm going to get on the phone to Mr. Espire 1 right now. So yeah, speaking of Insomniac, that'll kind of segue us into the next one.
Oh, all right.
Spider-Man and the whole Marvel Sony
Spider-Man.
argument.
People mad.
So
People
yeah,
are mad.
this is nothing to do with
People are
PSVR really
angry.
until you think. Well, hold on a sec. When Spider-Man Homecoming came out, there was a little demo thing on the PSVR.
I enjoyed that little demo.
It was weird. I enjoyed it. And then when Spider-Man Far From Home came out,
That was also cool.
that was way better though. That was like much
It
improved.
was.
There was a bit of free
100
roaming
times
in the
better.
city. So you kind of got the feeling they were working towards a big Spider-Man PSVR title, like a proper one, like what they're doing with Iron Man. We'll talk a bit more about Iron Man later on. But that's what I was been hoping for. But now with this deal, now with things up in the air, that
Keep hoping.
that it could jeopardize the whole like deal that they have.
Keep
you know?
hoping.
So like Sony and Marvel obviously came to some kind of arrangement where in exchange for the rights to put Spider-Man in the MCU, that maybe Marvel was like, okay, you can use Spider-Man in these games, or we'll give you an exclusive Spider-Man, because Sony own the film rights to Spider-Man, but they don't own like game rights or whatever, other media rights, if you know what I mean. I think Marvel are in charge of those. I think I could be talking up my ass here. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm not sure. Who knows? Who owns what at the point now? I have no idea. Who's in charge of what?
Geisen says, rumor says Disney gave Sony another deal. They have until tomorrow to decide. So yeah,
Well,
it's been like a real roller coaster ride. Like everyone hating Sony immediately, and then it kind of flipped to people saying Disney are being greedy, and we should be supporting Sony. And now it's like I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know who to believe.
I think I'd rather have Sony in charge than Disney.
I think Sony are asking for a fair enough deal from what I've heard, and that Disney are being a little bit greedy, considering they own like 90% of the world's population or whatever. Probably at this stage.
They own you.
know, they own me. They're going to own you too.
They own Ireland.
They're going to own Ireland. Yeah. Michael, that's weird. Michael's comment appears in the chat box, but it doesn't appear here. They're never going to get anywhere until PlayStation changes this shit hand controllers and puts some joysticks on them. Well, that's Miguel. Is that Miguel? It is Miguel. For some reason, maybe because he said shit, that it censored his comment in the chat.
Who censored that? What mod censored that?
Well, it wasn't censored.
Did
I think
a
it was
mod
like an
censor that?
automatic. I think it was automatic.
Did a mod censor that? Who did that?
Maybe. Or maybe it just
Where's Cuss
glitched.
adjusted
It's
that?
just a glitch, I don't know. Miguel, I suspect next gen, when PSVR 2 does come out,
I expect foul play.
we're going to be getting new controllers. It's crazy that we're playing with the Move controllers in 2019, and that shit came out in 2010. I remember getting them.
I had all that stuff too.
Yeah,
I was like one of the first people that bought like all that stuff.
Queuing
all
up
the
6
party
a.m. in the
games
morning.
too.
Tents.
All the party games,
yeah.
flipping pizzas and whatnot in front of the camera.
Man, what did I play in that? Sports Champions. You ever play that
Fight
one?
Night.
Oh,
Yes,
I never got that one.
Sports Champions was good, man.
Yeah, I like that. You could pick an Irish dude in that, and I always picked him.
The gladiator thing in that game
I
was
love that.
real good.
It's like you think that would be good in VR, the gladiator.
All of it.
Where is
all
that
of
in
it.
VR?
I don't know. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Disney wants more money from future
Disney
Spider-Man
always
movies.
money.
Says
They
guys.
want more
That's the
money
problem.
from everything.
Disney have enough. They've got enough money. All right, just calm down.
They're gonna
Disney.
run every comic book to the ground.
Oh yeah, and they got their own streaming service coming out now. It's got.
It's
How
gonna
much
be
money?
a Marvel
How much money
universe
are they
on
gonna
cable
need?
channels too. It's just gonna keep going.
Crazy. It's
And
crazy.
there's so many comics to just milk from too.
But yeah, but the moral of the story here is we should all be aware, at least, that there's a potential that a Spider-Man PSVR game is in jeopardy over this deal if it falls through. Maybe. Obviously it's never been confirmed, but just the fact that there was Spider-Man PS4 was exclusive, Iron Man VR is exclusive, it just felt like it was
So how
going
about we
that
go
way.
to Iron Man from here?
You want to go to Iron Man from here? All right.
Might
Let's
as
skip
well.
ahead. Let's skip ahead.
While we're on the Marvel top.
Okay, all right. So basically,
Looks
what I
cool.
want to talk about Iron Man is that at Gamescom, which is it over now? I think it's
I think
over
so.
now. Maybe today was the
think
last
so.
day, or it was recently over. But like the last week or so, Gamescom was on in Cologne, Germany, and there wasn't a huge PSVR presence in terms of like loads of different games. But Sony was really pushing Iron Man VR at this event, and there was like lots of stalls or whatever kiosks, whatever you call them, for people to try it out. And we got
There was lots of, from what I've seen on like GT's
Yeah, I saw
small
GTs as
things that
well.
he was posting and whatnot, they look pretty big.
I think he's going to be releasing like a bigger video with his impressions on it when he gets back. But he was happy with his initial impressions.
Lots of VR stuff.
And so was Jamie Feltham, and also from Upload Viewer, which is the same place David Jagno works from. And he gave his impressions of Iron Man VR, and he was like, it's got 360 tracking. They've got this cool thing where it approximates what the player is going to do. So like even if your back is turned, it kind of, there's like some algorithm or some shit running in the background where it's like you don't lose tracking. So he
And what's
said,
this? What's this?
this is for Iron Man.
Interesting.
So he was like, he was very skeptical, and then he tried it himself, and he says it works very, very good. So,
Neat.
now, it wasn't as good, he said, when it came to like combat with punching and shit like that, because it's not as easy to predict where your fists are going to go rather than your flight path or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he says in terms of flying, 360 tracking works fantastic. So he also said, I think like the title of the video was like, it doesn't feel like you're playing it on PSVR when you're playing Iron Man. It feels like PC VR or feels like next gen VR or something like that. That's how impressed he was with it. So I think we should be impressed. And that's one of the 3 games I highlighted this year as
look
ones
good
to watch out for.
Looks cool.
So yeah, you hyped for that? It's kind of got.
I heard the flying in that is really cool.
Yeah, because like you actually put your hands down like he does, and like instead of you just rotate your hands to steer, kind of, which should be very easy for the.
I heard it's clear
moves.
too. The visuals were clear.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if that's moves. We don't know how that'll look in the standard.
And not 100%, right?
Say that again, sorry?
I said not 100% either.
Not 100% what?
Of knowing of what that's actually going to look
like.
like.
Yeah.
If that was actual gameplay, you know what I mean?
Second-hand comments and stuff like that. Nert Boglin, how's it going? Welcome. Nert. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about Iron Man, I think. Just that hugely positive impressions and 360 tracking. And you'd wonder then if 360 tracking could be implemented by other games, you know? Give me them algorithms. Camouflage. Camouflage is the name of the studio that's working on
the game. A couple of the Servios games are pretty good with that.
I don't think I have any Servios games, do I? I keep hearing that.
Creed.
Never got it.
It's pretty decent with turning and whatnot. Electronauts is pretty good when you turn.
I think Battlewake. They're doing Battlewake, aren't they?
They also did Battlewake.
Yeah, so
but we haven't played that yet. So
that'd be my.
But I'm sure it'll play nice. All their games play good. Sprint Vector as well.
I think Battlewake could be a great game to stream, maybe. Hopefully.
Could be. But it's another. I don't know how online it is. It could be another one that just falls apart quickly. You know, if people don't buy.
You gotta be like, what's that game you got? Fucking Mini Mac Mayhem.
I forget about it. I deleted it.
You deleted it?
No, it's still.
Did you play it once?
It's still on it. I've never opened it.
Well, have you not tried like random matchmaking? Like, surely you would have got a game in the first week.
I think Deej has it. So one of these days,
you wanna hook up with
I'll
Deej.
play one-on-one with Deej.
Deej, if you're listening, throw the lad a rap.
GT has it too. And Dave Station. We'll get a 4-player going with
Four-man gangbang on in Mini Mac Mayhem.
There you go.
Nart says, it feels so cool to be in a community where all I have to say is howdy gamers and people actually acknowledge me. There you go.
Nart.
There you go, Nart. Only on Petrifying Pumpkins, Nart. Tell all your friends. We'll acknowledge your friends too, okay? I'll do anything. Anything for the numbers. And so, moving on. Borderlands 2 DLC. So a lot of people have been wondering. They have confirmed that the Borderlands 2, the DLC...
I played that.
Borderlands 2?
Yeah.
You didn't get that?
I mean, I played the flat, but I don't have the VR version yet. No.
Really?
No.
Well.
Yep.
Interesting.
I still don't have Beat Saber.
You still what?
I don't have Beat Saber
What's
still.
wrong with you? You know?
I
don't understand how you don't have Borderlands.
Meh.
You know?
Meh.
Anyway. So a lot of people were wondering where the DLC is because they did say that they're going to be releasing the DLC for PSVR for free. I think it was during the summer, they said. And there's been no word in it since. Up until their Twitter account posted that at PAX West on August 30th Pacific time,
Matt just raised a good question here.
They'll be showing that off. What's up? What's the question? How's it going, Hilty, by the way? I'll get to you soon.
What's with the pumpkins? And why are they petrified?
I don't know if that now's the time for that, Matt.
Do you want to talk about
I don't know if I want to
right
open
now?
up those wounds right now. You know, let's go to Hiltzy's comment. He asks, any news on Sniper VR? Is that Sniper Elite VR you're talking about, Hiltsy? Because I have heard no news about that since the initial, was it launch trailer? That was like a month or two ago. It feels like it's been a while ago now. Laner, how's it going? Long time no see, Laner. Resistance Trilogy in VR. Been barking up that tree forever. Well, now it kind of seems like, because Insomniac, do they own that IP? Or did Sony own that? I think Sony owned that IP. But now that Insomniac's on board officially with Sony, and they've got this kind of side project where they've been working on VR games, at least on Rift and stuff like that, that it seems like it's more possible now than it ever has been in the past, Laner, I think. Too long of a story, says Donnie, exactly. You know, Sniper VR is coming. It is too dark. It's too dark. It's too long. I'm not in the right headspace to give out those details right now, you know.
Them deets, them juicy deets.
It's a different type of live stream we'll be doing for that, I think.
Ooh, LA Noir. That's a good. I forgot to bring that up.
Yeah, there we go.
We should have brought that up last stream, actually.
We should have.
Jimbo needs to be a guest on the show.
You're a guest. We're penciling Jimbo in.
You know, he's the new host. I quit.
Do it. But I didn't actually look up any details about that. Like, when's it coming? I know it's like just the VR missions where it's not the full game.
Soon. I think maybe possibly September next month.
Uh-oh. And there goes Decepticon again. He's gone. Again. Oh my god, look at his screen. It's gone tiny. It's gone big.
It's up.
Oh my, what is happening? What is happening?
I don't know. I'm not doing anything.
Your screen is surely getting small. Like, I can't talk. But you're back.
Is that on my back?
Yes.
Am I back?
You're back.
That's so bizarre. I see.
Weird. I have no idea what's going on.
All right. So I think next month or October, and it's supposed to be 7 missions, 12 missions.
I think 7.
It's not the whole thing.
But that's the exact same thing that came out in PC as well. It was just like a certain amount of missions. It wasn't the whole thing.
I've never played that game.
I've seen video of us on PC, the VR version, and it just looks cool, like fist fighting and stuff like that, and it looks really good.
Yeah, it does look cool. It does look driving cars.
Resistance, says Guy.
See, like that would be cool. Like, make that multiplayer, like 4 players, something like that. That'd be awesome. To travel around like that little city.
Just solving crimes together, like inspecting clues. Here, Decepticon, check this pipe. Let me rotate this pipe slowly so you can see. Wow, what great co-op opportunities in that game. Laner says...
that game. I just mean the size of the city.
All right, okay. Laner says he actually wrote them an email this summer about it. He's talking about Resistance, I believe. And they said, ask Sony about it because it's Sony's IP. Yeah, I was thinking that because Sony did release a Visa Resistance game that was developed by some other studio. I can't remember their name. Ever-growing Decepticons, says Donnie. Yeah, that was what's going on. Jared Mullen, how's it going, Jared? Matt says, your title of this live stream scares me. Touching tips. Well, you know, we're touching the tips of the aim controllers, obviously, as you can see. And also we're touching the tips of friendship. You know,
VR.
My friendship
VR.
stick is touching Decepticon's friendship stick.
Get all the hottest tips. You get the hottest tips on the streets. Nestor. Remember calling Nestor back in the day? You call us now. All right?
Who? Nestor?
Nestor. You'd call him Nestor for cheats.
I don't know who Nestor is. I didn't call him. I tuned in
that's some OG.
Oh, Matt. Sorry to disappoint you, Matt, but this is not gay porn. This is not a gay porn podcast. I'm sorry. Next time, maybe. Well, maybe we get to 100,000 subscribers, we'll do some gay porn live on stream.
Show up on Grindr. You should put this on Grindr again, didn't you?
We put this on. We'll stream to. Can you live stream to Pornhub?
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea. You know, you don't have to worry about getting demonetized over there. You know. There we go. We'll just like.
What is his name from Destiny? He's on there lurking around. Lord Shax. To watch.
All right, Lord Shax. Mad for Pornhub. Anyway, what were we talking about? Borderlands.
Look at that. Donnie knows about Nestor. Donnie been calling Nestor for them tips.
Donnie's an old man. Guys,
spending like $5 a minute to talk to Nestor.
We did have like a phone line over here as well, but it wasn't called Nestor. Just like cheats.
Well, that's who you talked to. Well, you didn't talk. It was probably a machine. But you would call Nintendo.
Yeah, I was talking to machine.
And Nintendo, because Nestor, NES.
Okay.
It's like your tip guy for
Okay.
Nintendo.
Nestor is an Irish surname,
Interesting.
so that is interesting.
Nestor. You gonna name your third kid Nestor?
No, that's a surname. I said they'd already have surnames.
No.
Fish and
That's
Chips
it.
just became petrifying, says Hilsey. There you go.
Oh,
It's coming full
Jesus.
circle. This guy's laugh is contagious. I'll stay, I
Matt.
guess. I do love VR. There you go, Mass. Well, when you say you love VR, are you talking about the porn category on Pornhub that says VR? Or you mean you actually love virtual reality gaming? Nintendo Power, says Geisen.
Yeah, see, Geisen. Nintendo Power.
You ready for a hot new
We have that
topic?
Nintendo Power out there in that island.
I was never a Nintendo fan, so I never particularly looked outward. So I don't know. We got all the other magazines, so I assume we did.
Oh, you're not of age anyway. Young.
I would have been a
young
Sega. You know, I was on the scene with that
you're
Sega
in the age of
Genesis.
Super Nintendo, Sega.
PlayStation 1 was my first proper one, though.
Turbo graphics.
PS1, and I never looked back since.
Whoa.
Well,
Just relax.
Well, what? You know, don't be talking about
All right,
different consoles
what's the next
on my
topic?
stream.
What's the next topic?
Undead Citadel. Decepticon. This is
That
like a
looks
Decepticon game, if you ask me. Because
Yes.
I'm kind of interested in it, but not enough to like really study it, look into it that much.
Graphics look very Dark Soulish. Even like the Citadel from Dark Soul looks even like the characters from Dark Soul. You can slice them, you can punch them. It's
Dice 'em.
almost like our what is that? Blades and sorcery.
See, that's what I was
It's kind
thinking.
of our
right?
answer for Blades of Sorcery, but
When
skeletons.
I watched the video of it there when you brought it up, and I was like, just to remind myself of what the game was. I think they showed it on the Upload Viewer showcase at E3, but I've forgotten about it. But it's like it felt like a poor man's Blade and Sorcery, and that kind of put me off
Yes.
a little bit. You know, yeah,
Yes.
I'll still try it out. Look forward to it.
It looks good though. Graphics look really good.
But the reason
They
we're
look
talking about it,
solid. And from what Gamescom showed a little bit more, that the graphics that they show are actually like that solid.
yeah, but they confirmed as well 3D rudder support
Yeah.
for that game, which
Rudder
does seem
support.
like a good fit for a game like that, where you're using
There's
both
like powers
motion
in the
hands
game
to
too.
fucking-
You don't just use your sword. I think there's bow and arrow as well. Other
yeah,
things.
so freeing up your hands.
Looks
for a
like
game
there's a
that,
bit of
so
lurking around too. It looks kind of like a wave
horde mode
sword game
Yeah, yeah.
slash lurking.
How do you feel about
Road.
the 3D rudder Decepticon? You believe
I
it?
don't know. If it was cheaper, I'd be interested in it. I think.
If it was cheaper, all right.
Yeah.
I'm not a
What is
believer.
it? It's like $100, right?
I need Skyrim or a big game like that to support it. Maybe No Man's Sky as well or something.
Skyrim's not supported.
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think it is.
I'm not paying $100 or
Something
something
that
that's like
supports Skyrim.
minimal support.
Yeah, but it's getting more
No.
support though. That's the thing. There is it's grown.
It
The
looks
library has
cool though.
grown.
It does look cool.
But you're forced to sit
But I like
down though.
standing for a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
the
games
thing. You
too,
don't
right.
like to sit.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be for you, I don't think. Is No
No.
Man's Sky getting a pro patch, do you think? Too blurry for my taste, says Mass. And we were talking about this earlier.
I think it'll eventually get one.
Decepticon thinks it will, but he thinks it might be months away. Myself,
think
I don't know. I feel like I might already be pushing things to the limit, but
Because if Skyrim got one, I think everybody eventually gets one.
some
I
of
mean,
them
they all
like
eventually-
are less effective than others, if you know what I mean.
Skyrim looks super good.
Oh shit, Donnie says Skyrim is supported. And the cost,
cost
is
is
a
a
bit
bit-
high. Are you
yeah.
sure?
Alright.
Like, did they recently add Skyrim support? Because back when it came out first, it was like, no, it's not supporting Skyrim. And that was putting me off. Which
I haven't
games-
even tried it. I'd like to use it to at least just like play with it,
Try it out, yeah.
at least once, just to see what it's like.
Matt says, which games is it a game changer for the rudder? Not good enough to get yet, in my opinion. I don't think it's a game changer for any game. I think it's more like a convenience thing. I might slightly enhance some games. Like maybe
Games
Skyrim.
like Doom,
Games where you want to use two hands,
Sirento.
you know?
Sirento would be
Sirento
perfect
would be a
for.
good one, yeah. And it does support Sirento, doesn't it?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah. There goes my biro. That's fine. Plus, there is a base for the rudder. What? Oh, to cost even more, I see. Skyrim is not supported according to the Google. So, Donnie, are you telling me
Interesting.
lies? Or is
Donnie
Matt telling me
sending
lies?
us misinformation.
Google telling us lies?
Donnie
'Cause
with that
one of
fake
you is getting
news.
banned. One of you is
Fake
getting
news,
banned
Donnie.
for fake news.
Donnie D.
You know,
Fake
Geisen.
news.
Media said when they tried No Man's Sky, the visual was clearer. That's true as well. Ian Higton from Eurogamer, and Eurogamer is like a big kind of site over in Europe. And
Is it?
he was like when he tried it at pre-release events, and he was playing his on PlayStation hardware, that it was way more clear.
Interesting.
So you wonder what happened, you know?
Interesting.
Was it smoke and mirrors? Was Sean Murray, you know, up to his old tricks again? Is it secretly a PC hiding behind the PlayStation or something like that?
More lies.
More lies. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little
milking
lies.
Them creatures. Milking them.
Gotta milk them.
Riding them, you know, riding them in VR.
Stop moaning into the microphone, for God's sake. Firewall. Week 2 missions have been unlocked if you're into that. Those unlocks include 2 trinkets. One of them's a pizza
easier,
one.
But harder, but easier, but harder missions.
They're harder than week 1.
We didn't even finish one of those.
No.
Playing it
but we should have.
What did we play for?
We just
an hour and a half?
We got unlucky.
An hour and a half.
One of the other unlocks is
one of
it's a cool face paint in there. There is a cool face paint if you're into that.
Yeah, it's mostly just playing it. You just got to play the game and you unlock the stuff.
Basically, you get it over time.
Yeah.
Matt says it's spotty according to the Google. Maybe it will get better after an update, but if I'm using that thing, it better work the whole time. You talking about the rudder?
I think so.
I think he's still talking about that. Like sometimes it doesn't work great.
Interesting.
Yeah, it needs to work.
Like it doesn't pick your feet up or something.
That would be awful.
Who has? Yeah. Dave Station's got one, doesn't he? GT's got one.
I think a few of the PSVR YouTubers got them for free,
Mm-hmm.
like to review them and stuff.
Yep.
You do have to hack laptop for the free challenges week 2. Oh, you have to. You mean it can't be your team? Just you specifically?
Ah, interesting.
But I don't know. Donnie's been feeding us fake news all day, so I'm going to take that with some salt.
Donnie D, fake news. I don't know.
Donald Trump. Blade and Sorcery, Decepticon. Seeing as we should have brought this up a bit sooner.
Sad news.
Very sad news. And this is our last topic too, by the way.
No PSVR support.
This is kind of a 2-in-1 topic, though, because while they have confirmed that they've no plans for working on Blade and Sorcery for PSVR, this brings into question PS5. You know, PS5 is going to support PSVR.
But by then, there may be a Blade and Sorcery too.
I know, we want that as well.
Yeah, give me them all. I'll take anything like that. Just give me a game where I can freely walk around and slice and dice and stab.
Mess with the NPCs. And you gotta look up that game to see the crazy things you can do.
Pick up and throw in and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that game looks amazing.
My favorite thing that I've seen in that game is when some guy...
It's like real Sorrento.
Exactly. He gets a dagger, he sticks it under a table so that the blade is sticking through, and it stays there, and then he grabs a woman's head, and slams the head down on the blade. Yeah. It's like, oh my god.
It stays there too. The body stays.
Unbelievable. But yeah, that's disgusting that it's not coming to PS4. but PS5 is around the corner, probably late 2020. And that brings us into PS5 in general. We got to talk about... We don't got to talk about it.
It's not,
we got pictures. We got some pictures of it. You know, I should pull up the pictures.
I saw all different kinds, actually. I saw like 4 different photos in like 3 days.
Hold on a sec. Is this going to work? That's the question.
Christopher Hart, I think, retweeted a couple of them or liked them or something with his name.
These are like sketches.
He's chatting on it, something. And yeah, it's all here's, of course. Nobody knows.
These are like, and they're dev kits too. They're not like the finished article. Let me see if I can get the capture window up.
But it's supposed to have a disk drive, from what I've been hearing from all the peeps.
I think they've already confirmed that it will have a disk drive.
Yeah,
That's not even a question. So yeah, here's the images of it here on the screen. Some more pictures.
Show them pictures. Show the photos. Oh yeah.
Let's pop them up. So you notice it has like a V shape. Now this is a dev kit. Like the final thing is not going to look anything like this.
Who knows? This could be completely off.
Yeah, because the dev kits need to have more hardware than the final one. So it's probably a bit more powerful than the final build. But
the recent photo too does look like that.
Yeah, and it's got this V shape. I was wondering, because it's PS5, you know, V, Roman numerals. Is that what's going on there?
That's probably exactly what's going on there. Yeah.
That's interesting. Maybe.
Better fan.
So we're talking about that thing is going to support PS5.
I wonder if it's going to sound like a jet engine too.
Well, if it has all these vents, look how much vents this thing has. It's nothing but vents. Which I'm not against. I don't mind.
So.
I don't care if it looks
I hope
ugly.
so.
I don't care if it looks
Because
ugly
that
as long as it
PS4,
works.
man,
You know?
that thing is jet-tastic.
Oh man, it's getting crazy lately for me in the last.
Sounds like
last few months.
Sounds like this computer.
Yours hasn't played up today though. In fairness, let me close that.
No? Oh, well, that's good.
That's what are you allowed saying in the chat?
Rudder.
Brian and
Rudder
DevStation don't like the 3D rudder. Shughead does like it.
Interesting. All right.
It's very divisive, Decepticon, I think.
All right.
From what we can tell from Geison's comment. The rudder review vid I saw said it makes Space Junkies worth playing. I don't know. That's the game I don't think I'm ever going to go back to. It left such a bad first impression with that beta. That beta was a disaster.
Yeah, they did fix like most of the stuff that we were complaining like immediately.
It's like it's too less. It's like, you know, you had your chance.
Yeah,
you blew it. You blew it.
It's almost No Man's Sky almost hit that department for me. I was over it.
Matt says PSVR will be supported on PS5 and the games will be too, but not sure if it gets better, like better resolution, for example.
They'll probably get a slight boost.
Well, you're going to be using the PS5's horsepower, you know. So
I'm sure it'll get a slight boost. Yep.
You can expect jaggies and shit to be reduced and like text to be easier to read, and like the screen obviously is maxed out at 1080p resolution, so you're not going to get anything higher.
And I do like that too, because buying all that stuff right off the rip is going to be so expensive. I'm so glad that that it's compatible.
Exactly, and the fact that it's backwards compatible too. But we just
and then when you finally flip over too, is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it will be really good. Donnie says the main issue with the rudder is to have to sit down, even though I'm sitting down myself all the time playing VR these days. But for someone like Decepticon and yourself, Donnie, I'm assuming that would be a pain in the ass. They're bugging. It might have more vents so they can have less loud fans. Maybe. That's what they did with the Xbox One. If you actually look at the original one anyway, it's like half the top of it is just like a vent. It's like half of it's a square, half of it's just a big open vent, and they got no issues this gen. Like you remember the 360, they had nothing but like failure rates because of overheating and all that stuff.
That red ring.
Nert Bogdan, thanks for posting that link. That reminded me because I want to test out these widgets real quick.
What widgets? What are you doing? What did you do now? What are you testing?
Just let me know if you can hear this in the chat, okay?
In the chat?
What the fuck is this?
This is a test donation for $1.
So let me know, did you hear the alert, which was the what the fuck is this, and the robot lady's voice talking. Widget tester, says Donnie. There you go. That's my new title. I'll test your widgets in a second, Donnie, you know.
I see the little pop-up.
They can hear it. Nice, they can hear it.
Alright.
Okay, that works. And they can hear your voice, so we're sorted with the issues. Because there was an issue with Decepticon's voice being absolutely trash.
Echoing.
Yep. But that's sorted now.
Look at that. You're a genius. You're an audio genius.
Decepticon, I've run out
You can work for me now.
I've run out of topics to talk about. So we've never like really discussed how to end a podcast. Like
how long is this? How long was this one?
1 hour and 3 minutes.
That's
an improvement.
That's
an improvement. I think it was
a little bit longer.
45 minutes last time. And one of the,
about that 50 minutes.
One of the feedbacks we got was that it was too short. So yeah, we'll take some feedback now.
Porn star. Nart, I will come to your house. Nart, do you want a new stepdaddy?
Man.
Nart, I'll be your stepdaddy. I'll be your new stepdaddy, Nart. You want a new stepdaddy? I'll come to your house.
It comes out of his mouth is the problem, says Donnie. Oh, 5XL just popped in. Just as I get here, you're all gone. It's your fault, 5XL. You know, we're going to poof on you. But yeah, that's another thing.
5XL. Well, he said 5XL this is the bad day for him, right? He's working.
Is that what he said?
I think so. I think that's what he said. If we were going to do it on Fridays, you can't watch.
Nerd says, get me on this podcast. I can extend it. We will be looking into getting guests
After that comment, never.
No, you're never getting on Nerd because you're angered.
I'm in charge of the guests.
That time as well, when
never,
he was freaking
never
out,
going on
he was
now.
freaking out in No Man's Sky. You really irritated him that day as well, Nerd. Like, you got under his skin at the worst time, Nerd. So, yeah,
at the worst time.
You'll be banned for life. You're lucky you're able to chat in the comments.
If Cousin Justin was there at the time. I paid Cousin Justin to do things.
He always works doubles on Friday nights, okay. I'm sorry about that, 5XL. I wanted to do it yesterday, but that was clashing with the PSVR route paroles, Decepticon was like, no, we shouldn't do that at the same time. So,
And that was like a 2.5 hour long episode too.
yeah.
I don't think, and that's why I think nobody was really watching the stream, because I think everyone just watched 2.5 hours of them.
Oh, that's when we were streaming. Oh yeah, because yesterday's stream numbers were down compared to usual. But yeah, before I wrap up the stream, any feedback, because it's still early days. This is only episode 2. Let me know what you think. What we can do better.
Give suggestions.
Suggestions. The suggestion box.
They're all
is open.
faxes, photos, whatever you want to do.
You didn't hear me typing.
What? What are you doing?
What are you talking about?
What are you typing?
I'm typing anything. Don't worry about it.
What are you doing?
Just putting my sheets away now. My notebook is being
Why
closed.
is Karen in the chat all of a sudden? You better go check on that basement.
Down in the basement, yeah. The doors.
How does she have Wi-Fi down there?
We got a Wi-Fi repeater. We got a repeater, an extender, an in-house extender.
No.
That's how I sound when I'm thinking. Donnie says all is well on his end. Keep up the GGs. Thank you very much, Donnie. Appreciate that. 5XL says I don't watch them.
What? He doesn't
Nerd
watch
says
what?
he doesn't even have Skype. Well, there you go.
Well, what are you wasting our time for? Why are you wasting our time?
It's a very expensive program, Nerd.
I mean,
you won't be able to afford it. Someone said you could talk, Karen. Thank you, Donnie. Someone's putting manners on Karen. Someone is putting manners on her, finally.
Donnie getting rowdy.
Donnie, I've never been more attracted to you as I am right now. But yeah, I think we're waffling. I don't think we're getting suggestions.
Donnie wants twins. Donnie wants twins decks. Go over Donnie's house.
Oh, we've got some feedback from Nart over here. He says slightly better organization of the chat and face cams will walk also. I now have Skype. You're over. Okay.
What did you just say?
What do you want me to do about
what
the chat?
Did you even type?
Gotta learn them the right way. Says Donnie. Donnie being threatening.
Nart, you gotta go back to school, Nart.
I can't make sense of what you're saying, Nart. Can't do it. Decepticon, anything you want to say before we wrap up?
Nope.
Oh my god, it's a fucking daddy longlegs flying
what?
around. Just
flying around. Yeah. Wait a second. Hold on here. Daddy Longlegs flying around.
Yeah, well, it's got wings, so it flies.
Shouldn't they have wings in Ireland?
I think maybe you call them. Actually, I'm probably calling them wrong. I just think from a young age I've been told they're daddy longlegs, but I think they're like horseshoe flies or horse flies or something.
Daddy Longlegs don't fly.
Yeah, no, they're a spider, but I always mix them up. This thing is flying. What do you call the spider? The flying version of that spider. What do you call that thing?
The flying version of that spider.
What it looks like is, but it's
a mosquito hawk.
No, it's a mosquito hawk.
Yes.
No, we definitely don't have one of them.
That's what that is.
Mm-mm.
It's a mosquito hawk.
Donnie's asking, are we playing Firewall? No, not tonight, Donnie. I'm sorry. It's a bit too late for me. I might play a bit of Call of Duty Alpha before I go to bed, and that'll be it.
That's the only thing I can think of that looks like a daddy long-leg. It's flying.
Like you have horse flies or horseshoe flies or something like that.
A horse fly is like a big, thick fly. It looks like a fly.
Dragonfly says hockey. No,
dragonfly.
No, it's not dragonfly. Not dragonfly. Dragonfly. We do have dragonflies, but they're like really colorful and nice.
Daddy Longlegs
says he's always known as Daddy Longlegs too. You know what? Hilsey knows what's up. I'm gonna fucking Google. I'm gonna Google that horsefly.
What are you talking
about?
Look up mosquito hawk. Look mosquito hawk.
Hold on a sec. Let me try horseshoe
Google
fly.
Mosquito hawk.
Is it a horseshoe? No, it's not that either.
Horseshoe fly.
What are you saying? Mosquito hawk?
Mosquito hawk. Yeah.
Mosquito hawk. Oh my god, it's a crane fly.
Is that it? Is that it?
When I Google mosquito hawk, crane fly popped up, and that's what it is.
That. And that's what it's saying.
But it's not a mosquito hawk; it's a crane fly.
Well, I mean, that's probably that's what they're known as, a mosquito hawk.
And then
but the crane fly is what the real name is.
I've seen people saying, "Is it mosquito hawks or daddy longlegs?" So other people are calling them daddy longlegs. It's not just me.
What's wrong with you people? It's a mosquito hawk.
Well, that's how they say it.
Well, now I'm going to call them flying daddy longlegs. Daddy long leg.
Hilsey says, but my dad's Irish too. Well, there you go.
Sounds
It's an Irish
terrifying.
thing. It's an Irish
For
thing.
real. Like a flying spider.
It's not a
Why isn't
spider,
that
though.
in Dark Souls? Why is that
It's
in
not a
Dark
spider.
Souls?
It doesn't do any spidery things. It's just a fly. It's an insect. Good night, all. Smash the thumbs on the way out.
I know
Donnie,
it's-
thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
I think they're supposed to eat mosquitoes, but I don't think they I think that's just like a wives' tale. I don't think they actually do.
Okay. The Irish are weird, says 5x.
Crane fly.
You're weird, 5x.
Google it.
You know, don't be racist to my chat, please. I want to kill it. It's been in here for a while now. I got to kill it.
We had no racism
Get
for
it
an
out
hour,
of here.
and then
Thank you,
5XL stands up.
And all of a sudden, deteriorates. What, we got race wars brewing.
And all of a sudden,
I think we're done, Decepticon.
all done, finished. Turn it
Unless
off.
you want to talk about any other insects? Any other insects you want to talk about?
Nope. Nope.
That's-
Where's
that's-
Pete Hawkins? Pete Hawkins we need him for that.
Oh, he wasn't here.
We need him for
He
a
wants to
reptile
be-
show
yeah,
for
we
real.
gotta get him on as
We'll
a
make
guest.
him a guest
He's probably
for
gonna be the
real.
first guest. But I gotta go. I don't know
Alright.
about what was his hours suit though. Like
I'm
1
okay
o'clock
with
in the
that.
morning.
Who knows?
He's
We'll have to
English,
set it
so
up.
he's gonna have the same hours as me.
We'll set it up.
Thank you very much, Hilton.
Whether he's got to use
Lads
the shop.
and ladies, thank you very much for watching episode number 2 of Touching Tips with myself and the always sexual Decepticon. Thanks
Have a
for
good day.
watching. You know, everyone have a beautiful time.
See you guys
And
later.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I'll see you
Smile.
the next
Smile,
time.
Decepticon. Show them them
If there's
teeth.
a knock at your door later,
Show
it's
them them
me.
teeth.
You know?
Show them
Get a
teeth.
big smile.
There you go. Big. Nice and big.
There you
That's
go.
the way they like us. There you
Big
go.
smile.
That's the money. You
There
want to
we
be a
go.
star, don't you?
There
You
you
want to be a star, don't you?
There